Hello.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Motivation Monday. We always need to get a kickstart on a Monday evening. So I'm just going to mute everybody and close this, share my screen, share the sound, and get going there.
I hope you're getting this, because what I'm teaching you is very powerful. If you cannot control your thoughts, you cannot control your success. Somebody write that down. If you cannot control your thoughts, you cannot control your success. So now we've got to figure out, what do we do? What is a thought? And how do I control my thought? Let me see. Let me pick on this young man right here. Sir, I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to answer them for me, okay? I'm going to give you 3 letters, all right? And I want you to tell me what you see in your mind. D-O-G. What do you see in your mind? Hello? What do you see in your mind? D-O-G. What color? He sees a dog. What color? Black dog. Small, medium, large? Medium. Lots of hair, little hair? Little hair. Is he sitting, standing, or running? Sitting. Now watch this. All I gave him was 3 letters, D-O-G. And he never said, I see 3 letters, D-O-G. Instead, he said, I see a black, medium-sized, lots of hair dog that is sitting. What did I give him? 3 letters. What does that tell you? We do not think in words. We think in pictures. We think in pictures. Let me write that down. And unless you can control your thoughts, you cannot control your feelings. Unless you can control your feelings, you cannot control your attitude. And unless you can control your attitude, you cannot control your productivity. And unless you can control your productivity, you cannot control your success. Do you see that? So are you telling me, Nasir, then I need to control my thoughts? Right. See, it's easy for me to get up here and say your attitude determines your altitude and leave, but if I don't teach you how to control your attitude, you will never control your altitude. So are you telling me now, Nasir, I've got to look at thoughts and take thoughts captive? Yes. Every thought is a picture. It's a picture. It's a photograph. And we're continually getting thoughts that people are not going to join. We're getting thoughts that we're not going to make it. We're getting thoughts that we're not as good as other people around us. We're getting, well, I don't know if I'll ever be another Charlie Bolton. Why not? Why not? Well, you don't know what happened to me last week. I don't care what happened to you last week. I want to know, what are you going to do tomorrow? How many of you know you can't go back into last week and change it? But you don't know how many people quit on me. Who cares? What's the population of South Africa? 40 million. How many of you have talked to at least 39 million? If you had, you still had another million to go. Relax. You're not going to run out of people. Huh? Instead of dwelling on the past and allowing your thoughts to focus on past failures, which will affect your time, which will affect your productivity, and it will affect your success, you must, at all costs, protect your attitude. And the way you protect your attitude is that you must, at all costs, protect your thoughts. That's why, my friends, when you come across negative people that tell you you're not going to make it, this business is not going to work, don't walk away, run. Why? My words painted pictures in his mind. And those around you that are negative, their words, whether you want to control it or not, are painting pictures in your mind. I would encourage you not to watch a lot of television because it's full of negative stuff. It will not help you build your business. It will not get you pumped up and excited and motivated to pick up the phone. It'll get you depressed, especially the news. There is nothing exciting or positive about the news. Every time I watch the news, I'm more depressed after than I was before. But you know what? I can't affect what's going on in someone else's life. So why am I allowing that to affect what's going on in my life? Can you see this? Is this too radical? Can you handle this? How many of you are winners in this room? All right, then you can handle it. Because until you master this, my friends, you will never become a winner. I promise you, Charlie Bolton goes through more problems than most of you here in this room. But you never hear him talk about them. Because he doesn't focus on them. He focuses on what? His attitude. Why? Because his attitude determines his what? I think you guys are getting this. All right. So now what happens when you've got negative thoughts? How do you change them? That's why it's important to read good books. Why? Words paint what? Pictures. That's why it's important to listen to tapes. I'm a heavy-duty promoter of tapes. Why? If you come to my house, you will see a room full of tapes and books. Why? I'm continually feeding myself the right words, listening to the right tapes that will form the right pictures, that will make sure I have the right attitude, that will give me the right altitude. Can you see now why it's so important? People say, but Nasir, don't you read the paper? No. But don't you know what's going on in China? No. What's going on in China has never affected my altitude yet. What's going on around the world? Well, then if you don't read the papers, how do you know what's going on around the world? What's going on around the world can't change your world. Huh? I know some of you sitting there going, he is strange. The man doesn't even read newspapers. That's right. Garbage in, garbage out. Negativity in, negativity out. You'll never get a high altitude with a negative attitude. So I will not allow magazines, newspapers, television, radio, or any negative people around me, because I know whatever they're feeding me is either painting positive pictures or negative pictures, and I know negative thoughts will cause my attitude to be negative and affect my success. So are you telling me, Nasir, we have to literally protect carefully our attitude? Yes. We have to protect our feelings? Yes. We have to protect our thoughts. Yes. Yes. All right. How do I protect my thoughts? How do I do that? How do I do that? As a man thinketh, so is he. That means your success is totally based on what you think, on your thought life. Cast down imaginations. Take every thought captive. I'm quoting scriptures on all of these. Think on things that are good and positive and pure. Why? Because what you think on will affect your attitude, which will affect your altitude. Can you see that? Why do you, people come up to me and say, why do you always quote the Bible? Well, if I found another book that had better principles, I'd quote it. But I haven't found one yet. But I know what works for me. And if it'll work for me, I think it might work for you. Would you agree with that? So I quote the book where I found the principles of success. If you find them in some other book, that's great. If it helps you become successful, when you get up here, you can teach on that book. But right now, I'm teaching on the one that helped me. Is that all right? Is there anyone in here that would like to build an organization that does $21 million in 5 years? Anybody? Well, then let me share you the book that helped me. Huh? It'll help you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Without a vision, my people perish. One translation says, without a vision, my people cast off all restraint. That means they're not focused. Their energy is not focused. They're not going after one thing. You ever notice the difference between a light bulb and a laser beam is one word? Focus. A light bulb lights the room. A laser beam cuts steel. They're both light. You want to be a light bulb or a laser beam? Then you better get back to focus. Huh? All right. Are you getting something tonight? All right, good, good. All right, so think on things that are good, pure, holy, positive. Why? Because they will determine your attitude and they will determine your altitude. Think on the good things, and I'll share with you in a few minutes on that. Here's one thing. Your past is your #1 enemy. Why? Because your past will show you a road of failure. So what should I do with my past? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Take your past and put it where it's supposed to be. Where? In the past. Where should my past be? In the past. Thank goodness you're not going on that road anymore. Thank goodness you don't have to be the way you were, but you can move forward. Yesterday, my friends, is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is the only cash you have. Spend it wisely. Your memory can be your worst enemy because it'll remind you of your failures. What do I do then? Change. Think on the right things. Cast out imaginations. Roll your cares onto the Lord. Stop worrying. You know, worry has not brought one sponsor in my business. It never did. Never brought one more dollar. Never brought one more paycheck. Never helped me become successful. The only thing worry did was get me sick. They found out that worry causes stress, stress causes illness, illness causes early death. So what should I do? Don't worry. Be happy. You know, I think that guy had it, had a clue to success. He wrote a song, "Don't worry, be happy." But you can't be happy all the time. Says who? Which rule was that? Who made that rule? Which book are you reading from? Yeah, but what if things are not going right? Be happy. But what if everything is not going my way? Be happy. See, it's easy to be excited when everything's going great. But the mark of a winner, my friends, is can you be excited when things are going down the toilet? Can you? That, my friends, is what will protect your attitude, which will protect your altitude. So if I'm thinking the wrong thoughts, what have I got to do? How do I change my thoughts? Real simple. How do you change the station on the television? You remember, some of you might remember, this is aging me, but you'll know, one time you had to go and turn the dial. Click, 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 but you don't do that anymore. You just kind of reach over and go. How do I change this? Think on something else. I just came from my neighbor's house. I thought he was going to join. I thought he would be good. He just said he don't care. He said no. Then think on something else. Why? Because right now you are no good to anybody. Your attitude stinks. And you're about to pour that over the next person you're going to talk to, and they're not going to join either. So what should I do? Get in the car, close the windows, scream and holler for about 10 minutes, now start thinking on good things. Get your frustrations out. Because as long as you think negative thoughts, my friends, you cannot build a positive business. Somebody write that down. Negative thoughts never build a positive business. You need to be very careful what enters your mind. You need to be very careful who you hang around. You need to be very careful what you visualize on. So what should I focus my thoughts on? Are you ready for this? Here's the answer. My success. But Nasir, it's not working. Why did you join? But Nasir, you know, my best guy isn't productive anymore. Why did you join? Yeah, but Nasir, you know, the products are not moving. Why did you join? Every problem you tell me, I'm going to ask you one question. What's that question? Why did you join? Why? Because I'm trying to change your thoughts from negative thoughts of what isn't working to the very reason why you joined this business. I'm going to bring you right back to this. Well, I joined. Well, Nasir, you know, I joined because I don't want to be in a 9-to-5 job for the next 30 years. I joined because I want to help people. I joined because I want to send my kids to school. I joined because I want to drive a nicer car. I joined because I want to live in a bigger house. I joined because I want to do something with my life. All of a sudden, you forgot about that negative stuff that you were going to share with me. Can you see this? I'm sharing some very powerful truths that if you will apply them in your life, it will change your life. So what should I think about? What car do you want to drive? Why don't you go to the dealership and take it for a spin? But I haven't got the money yet. No problem. Just go take it for a drive anyway. Money's going to come. Why don't you go and drive around some of the neighborhoods you'd like to live in? and think about the home you want. Why? Positive thoughts, listen to me now. Positive thoughts create a positive attitude, which will give you a positive altitude. Negative thoughts will create what? A negative attitude, which will give you a negative. Are you getting this? So are you telling me, Nasir, that this is as simple as controlling my thoughts? Yes. Is it going to be easy? No. Can I do it? Yes. And the more you try it, the easier it will get. And when you are positive all the time, guess what's going to happen? You're going to walk into a room and the whole room of people will come around you. Why? Nobody likes to hang around negative people. Am I right? And all of a sudden you'll be transforming yourself to be one of the most positive people you know. And all the negative people that have enough negative stuff happening around them will want to hang around you, so some of that will rub off. People love positive people. The mark of a winner, the mark of a leader, is someone that can control his attitude. Did you get something tonight? Let me show you some tapes, and then I'm going to close with a story. I think I got some tapes back there. We'll have somebody bring them out. How many of you ordered this book already? Lift up your hand if you ordered this book already. Good. If you haven't ordered your book, make sure you get it. Kingdom Principles of Financial Increase. It'll teach you how the very principles that we've seen many, many people across America use to become financially successful. Get a hold of this book. It'll help you. And we don't have any, but we're going to mail them to you as soon as we get them. Let me share with you a little bit about our tapes, and then I've got a story to close. Healing made. How many of you know some people that are sick? Anybody know some sick people? Do not, listen to me, do not buy them flowers, do not buy them chocolates. I have never seen flowers and chocolates heal anybody. That's a waste of money. And what do? Get them some teaching on healing. Healing made simple. My wife, you saw how my wife got healed miraculously through the Word of God. All right, here's a good one. Strongholds of the mind. I've been teaching on the thoughts. How do I control my thoughts? How do I control my attitude? There is 7 volumes of teaching on controlling strongholds in your mind and the limitations. Praying out in the spirit realm. How can prayer affect my business and affect my life? Go ahead and get that one. And last but not least, your business ought to be the spirit of excellence. How many of you want to make more money than you're making now? Learn how to flow in excellence, and money will flow towards you. You will join the minority. Excellence is a rare commodity. When you find someone that has excellence, you don't want to let go of it. Let excellence flow in everything that you do. And there's a whole bunch more tapes. I don't have time to get into it. You can get those tapes. They will, listen to me, they will close the tapes tonight. There will be no tapes available tomorrow. And if we run out, you can order them, and we will be happy to send them to you. I want to take you on a little journey as I close now. Imagine you're driving down the road, and you see on the hills on one side a little glimmer of light. And it's a gorgeous sunny afternoon. I mean, you're just going for a drive. It's just a fabulous day. It's not too hot, not too cold. And as you're driving down the highway, you see this little glimmer of light over on one side of the mountain, and you look over and you think, I wonder what that is. The sun is shining on something over there. So you pull over and you start to follow to find out exactly what that is. And you turn off the highway, you go on the side road, and you're getting closer to this mountain, and you see it on the side of the mountain. There's little little glimmer of light. And finally, you can't drive anymore, so you park the car and you start walking up this mountain, and you see just the way the sun is shining, there's just a glimmer of light coming from the side of this mountain, and finally you go around the corner and there it is. It's a cave on the side of this mountain. And there's something inside that cave. Whatever it is, it's shining. And you see the sunlight is shining on that. And as you walk into that cave, guess what you find? Huh? Diamonds. Gold. I mean, this cave is loaded. You think, oh my goodness, I wonder how long this has been here. Full of gold. And nobody found it. I found me a gold mine. And it's full. What in the world am I going to do? You take off your coat. You put as much gold nuggets as you can. You run down the side of the mountain. You put them in your car. You run back up. You take off your coat. You put as many gold nuggets as you can, and you run down, and you put it down, and you take off your coat, and you say, wait a minute, wait a minute. As fast as I'm taking this, there's more there. It's not running out. This is crazy. I can't do this with myself and my coat. I'm going to get me some equipment. So you drive into the closest town, and you go up there, and you want to buy some equipment, some mining equipment, so you can take it out by the truckload. And as you go up there to buy this mining equipment, the guy says, have you got a license to drive it? And you say, no. I guess this thing isn't gonna work. I better forget about the whole thing. Wrong! You're gonna say, I don't care what it takes. I'll buy the equipment. I'll buy the license. I'll get exactly what I need. Get me some shovels. Get me some things to drill with. I'm gonna take all the equipment I need. I'm gonna get the gold out of this mine. And you're getting all the equipment together, and you think, my goodness, I can't do this by myself. I better go find somebody. Who could I go? Who could I go? I could go share some of this with somebody. Who could I find? Oh yeah, my friend Tommy. I'll go see my friend Tommy. No, I think I'll go to a total stranger. No. If you found a gold mine, who would you want to bless? A total stranger? I don't think so. I'll go over and get my buddy Tommy. So you go over and you knock on Tommy's house and say, Tommy, 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 hello. And Tommy says, quiet, I'm busy watching the rugby game. I don't want to talk to you. You're going to say, what? Watching what? Tommy, you don't understand. I found a gold mine. And Tommy says, no, 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 no. I'm right in the middle of the game. I don't want to talk to you. Tommy, you don't understand. You're going to barge in there, kick a hole in his television, throw it out the window, shake him up and say, Tommy, you don't understand. I found me a gold mine. It's going to change my life. It's going to change your life. Wake up, Tommy. Forget the television. My friends, the opportunity you have here that is in your hands to change your life. There is 40 million people out there that wish they were sitting in your seat. 40 million people that said, I wish I had an opportunity to change where I am, to get my dreams to come true, to move forward in life, to change my circumstance. And you've got it. Everybody look at your hands. You've got it right there. Can you get excited about it? Can you get excited about your opportunity? Don't miss tomorrow morning. God bless you.
Are you motivated yet?
Sure.
Oh, well done, Sean.
Sure.
Something to get excited about.
Yeah, goodness me. Looking forward to Bloom. I mean, to
Fantastic. Sure.
yeah.
Yes, enjoy.
I'm going to stop recording now.